How y'all doing? This is Tychus Findlay, bringing you a game of StarCraft 2. Naked. Show beats the hell out of latrine duty. What I'm gonna do for y'all today is tell you how to defeat a Zerg opponent using the Terran army. Now, the first thing you gotta know about playing against the Zerg is that you gotta shoot them. See, the more often you shoot a Zerg player, the more often they will die. It's quite amazing. Kinda reminds me of a story. We had some Kelmorians pinned down back on Risa 4. Now, you may think that was the pleasure planet from Star Trek. Well, it ain't. It's a dusty, desolate rock of pay dirt and not much else. So we was out of ammunition, pinned down by the KMs, nowhere to go. Me and this marauder named Debo Johnson. So I don't know if y'all know this about old Tychus, but he loves his chaw. So I had plenty of the chewing tobacco, but not a lot of the bullets. So I turned to Debo and I says, "Give me one of them empty grenade canisters." And let me see that there. And he says, "Damn, man, what you want my empty grenade canister for? You crazy, Tychus, you crazy." And I said, "Shut up, Debo, just give me the damn thing." So I start a-chewing and a-spitting, and I just done right fill up that canister with chaw spit. Now, I don't know if you know much about tobacco, but it ain't too nice. It's pulpy, it's brown, it's nasty. So I load that up into Debo's old grenade launcher, and he stands up and fires it at the KMs that had us pinned down. And it explodes all over him with this brown gooey juice dripping everywhere. Unfortunately for old Debo, he took one right between the eyes right after he shot it. But that don't mean they were so grossed out that Tychus did not have time to make his narrow escape. Live to fight another day. So you see, my point is that you gotta shoot stuff at the Zerg. And hopefully that's what this yellow Terran has in mind. I'm gonna try and do this whole game in this dumb voice, because it's awesome. If I get sick of it, then I'm a weak man. So you can see here he's making Marines. I think that's a pretty good plan, because they have guns. What I do every day to prepare for shooting Zerg is I wake up in the morning and I eat a whole carton of raw eggs, including the carton. And then I go outside and I bench press a vulture bike. I go out there, that's right. I bench press the whole vulture bike, and then I get big old pecs. That's how I got to be this godlike physique you see today. And after that, I go target practice. Only I don't go just shoot at regular targets. I shoot at privates, like lower ranking Marines. See how they handle it. You gotta understand the heat of battle. So that's Tychus's old MO every day. That's what I do. Now this Zerg, they like to spread that purple goo everywhere, and it's pretty nasty. You can't even shoot it. You just shoot the bullets at it and they just sink right in. I've tried. Believe me, I tried. So here's some Marines shooting guns. They need to shoot their guns a little bit more. This Hellion's letting them see somehow. I'm assuming that's some sort of magic. But yeah, if you got a friend up on top of a cliff, you can suddenly shoot like in an arc over the cliff up onto whatever's up there. And here's some Marines shooting their guns at these Zerglings. And they're doing a pretty good job of shooting. So I like that. This may be the dumbest cast I ever did, but that's okay. Bunch of Zerglings rolling up now. That might be too many for these good old boys here. Let's find out. Turns out, yeah, not enough shooting. Now these boys here, Halions, got the big flamethrowers, and they can make them Zerglings nice and toasty, as long as you keep them safe. Looks like that's exactly what he's trying to do, but unfortunately for our Terran friend, he did not survive with them Hellions. But now this girl right here, she is a real piece of work. See, the thing about her is she lives in the sky. So she can shoot right on down at those Zerglings, and there ain't a thing they can do about it. Taking a look at this production tab over here, we got more Zerglings. That's what they like to make, I've noticed. And our Terran general here, Brat OK, he's making a Banshee, another Banshee, and some Hellions, and he's expanding. Sounds pretty good. Banshee, see, this is what I'm talking about, how Zerglings can't hit airplanes. If Zerglings could hit airplanes, this game would be a lot harder. I mean, this war would be a lot harder. Losing a mule there, that's some newfangled technology I don't know a whole lot about. But it died, so who cares? And there's that factor coming in where that thing is an airplane again. Basically, the second lesson for playing Terrans is that you gotta respect airplanes, or jets, or cargoes of bombers, or whatever. Fact is, Zerglings can't hit them. Use that to your advantage. Unfortunately, this fella over here, this Zerg SaharaDrac, is making a spire. Now, that's been confirmed to make other things that can fly for the Zerg. I know it's crazy. They're like big fleshy shrimp, but they got these little bat wings. They look like Zubat from the Pokemon. Tychus loves Pokemon. Y'all ever played it? It's great. I chose Bulbasaur. And we got almost all the badges. But that dang Charizard just keeps giving me trouble. Sometimes I get so frustrated at the Pokemon game that I just smash my Game Boy. And then I cry a little bit, because I ain't got a Game Boy no more. Here's these Banshees flying around. They're just scouting the region, looking for trouble. Continuing to take out those little critters, Zerglings. It's a smaller type of Zerg, Lester. But, yeah, he's got this thing up now, which is going to make those little bat things. So that's bad. You got to shoot those. That's the thing about this Marine right here. See, I've been saying it for years, and there's this guy named Foxa who's been saying it. This is the best unit in the game. See, what it does is it shoots there, but it can shoot up in the sky, too. See, because us boys, we got guns, and guns shoot bullets. It's pretty fantastic. I don't even know if I sound like Tychus anymore. I've been doing this so long, I just sound like my Tychus. Kind of like Conan O'Brien's Arnold Schwarzenegger. You just take it with a grain of salt. Oh no, I forgot to put my away message up, and Cataclysm came out tonight. We might see a lot of that. Let me just fix that real quick. Now, I don't play World of Warcraft, because it's for nerds. StarCraft, that's a game for men. Men like me, Tychus Findlay. See, this is what I'm talking about. These things shot that plane down. And that girl looked mighty pretty in that cockpit. Kind of makes me mad just thinking about it. I need a latte stat. Looks like we're going to have a push here. Siege tanks are pretty useful. I don't mind having them in my unit, because they're really strong and they shoot big old guns. Matter of fact, if I could be anything, I'd probably be a siege tank. Or a popsicle. See, the thing about being a popsicle is I would be delicious. So here comes these boys here. They're going to try and do this push right now. Luckily, these tanks have siege mode, and that's going to make them a real force to contend with. And this hatchery is going down like a ton of bricks. Banelings are hatching, though, and I hate those little buggers. They will ruin your day. Hatchery goes down, and this is an exciting push from our Terran general. Good job keeping the Marines alive as long as they could, but the Mutalisks and the Banelings are making carnage. Making Terran soup out of these units. Oh, man, that makes me sad. That could have been me right there. This Marine right here could be me. Let's pretend it is. We'll follow him. This is Tychus the Marine. Hold on, what's going on? Oh, he's clearing out these rocks. They're trying to get more money. They're always doing that. So there's Tychus the Marine. He's in the middle of it. No, he's the leader. Oh, and he's so handsome. And all the girls like him. And he's got the biggest muscles in space. Oh, there he is running from them mutalisks. Look at him. He's got a good... Oh, no, that one wasn't Tychus. Tychus would never go down that easy. So, yeah. What's going on in this game? I got quite distracted by that Tychus decoy. Speaking of Tychus decoys, don't believe everything you saw at the end of the Wings of Liberty campaign. I was framed. That was just clever video editing, what I did there at the end. I'm still around, don't you worry. You'll see me real soon. Zerglings. All this guy's made is mutalisks and Zerglings. Oh, he made banelings too. Well, I still think he's a jerk. Looks like we're going to see a little bit of an offensive presence here. Stims the Marines. You don't want to waste that stim for nothing. Fortunately for him, he's got medevacs. I love those gals. The thing about the medevac is it lets me inject drugs into my neck all I want, because they just fix me right up afterwards. It's like a consequence-free drug addiction. Fantastic. And you know Tychus loves that sort of thing. So there's another stim going down there. He doesn't have a lot of medevacs. He might want to be careful with them stims. I'm just saying the methadone clinic is a hell of a place to live. Not that I would know. These boys are going to fly right in here and try and take down this turret. And they do. So now they got free reign of these add-ons. These add-ons are pretty expensive. I wish he would use these other mutalisks. There you go, buddy. I mean, I wish he wouldn't do that, because I'm a Terran. Marines are on the job. See, this is what I'm talking about. Marines do everything. They don't cost the government a whole lot of money. They shoot up and down. You can get a lot of them. They got shields. You can macro them. They're just great. So, Terran safely establishes his third base. Meanwhile, there's the gold about to finish for Zerg, and he has a hatchery done up here. So he's going to be on 5 bases. 4 mining, that is. Which is going to be pretty hard to deal with. You typically want to be at least somewhat close to the income of your opponent. Of course, those 2 new bases aren't mining yet, so we'll see. +3 infantry upgrade going down for those Marines. And now, when you get that +3 gun in your hands, it is a glorious feeling. It's like stim packs plus orgasm plus eating a Heath bar all at the same time. And I know you know that's pretty good. These new boys over here, the Thor, I gotta say that's one fine killing machine. I got to fly one, pilot one, once, and it was a hell of an experience. And, yeah, just mining here. I haven't seen this game yet, recruits. Hopefully Terran wins. If not, it'll be a pretty bad training video. But we're gonna see. Yeah, you see how Terran's real behind on the income, even with mules? That's the kind of situation you want to avoid. A lot of mutalisks flying in here. They have +1 upgrades, so they can take out these turrets pretty nicely. And this is going to be tough to deal with. He's going to have to retreat back to his base or counter or something. But something's got to be done about these. Thor's pretty good. Hopefully he can keep that repaired. He needs to repair this Thor real bad. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lordy. He's just going to sack his main. Well, that's not good if you want to make units. Sonny boy. Oh, and here comes a big old Zerg army. Oh, it's looking real bad for our Terran buddy right now. Oh, man. The mutalisk presence was not dealt with. And now Terran ain't got a whole lot to do